I posted a series on this channel called The Craft of Writing a Country Hit, and in it I talk about the main qualities I see that songs need to have in order to become hit songs. What I want to talk about in this video is the main qualities I see that songwriters need to have in order to become hit songwriters. And I'll start with the obvious one, which is you have to have some talent. But the first thing I'll say about that is that talent is not the winning hand. It's just the ante that lets you sit at the table. One of my favorite authors, Malcolm Gladwell, wrote a book called Outliers, and in it he analyzes what goes into making someone successful in their field. And he looked at a lot of different fields like arts, athletics, business, science, academics. And one of the conclusions he drew is that there's a talent threshold you have to reach. It's like a cutoff point. If you don't have at least that much, you're probably just wasting your time. But then he goes on to say that once you make the cut, it doesn't matter how far above it you are. Somebody who barely makes the cut has just as much chance of success as someone who's way at the top of the scale. And with songwriting, one of the nice things is that it's, for the most part, a collaborative art form. Almost any hit you hear on the radio was written by 2 or 3 or even more people. So if your lyrics aren't good, write with a great lyricist. If your melodies are weak, find a good melody writer. You don't have to be good at all of it, but you do have to have a certain amount of natural talent to bring to the table. So how do you know if you make the cut? Well, that can be really tricky. It's not like you can get a blood test or send your DNA off to be analyzed. And at first it can be especially hard because you may just not know what to do with the talent that you have. You might have to learn and grow a little before your talent starts shining through. And we're not always the best judge of it for ourselves. You know, some people are so emotionally involved with their songs, they think they're all brilliant, even if they're not. And some people are so insecure, they never think their songs are good, even if they are. And our friends and family aren't always the best judge either. I mean, if your mother thinks everything you write is brilliant, she could be a little biased. Or if you have friends or siblings that are super competitive with you, they may not want to validate how good you are because they might feel a little threatened by it. I think a lot better way to determine it is through the reactions that you get from people you don't know. For example, if you play at an open mic, do you see people just paying rapt attention to you? Or by halfway through the song, are they just talking to the other people at their table? If they talk to you afterwards, are they raving about your songs and telling you specific things they liked about it? Or do you get a nice, polite, "Oh, good song, you sounded great"? If you post something online, do you get lots of comments and shares and likes? Or is there basically no engagement? And then if you get around other songwriters, like at a workshop or a writer's night, are they approaching you wanting to co-write with you? Or are they finding reasons to say no if you ask them? I think the very best judge of whether or not you have the talent it takes is if someone in the music industry hears you and invites you to play them some more songs. Now, people in the Nashville music business tend to be very nice. I've heard it's not so much that way in New York or LA, but here in Nashville, people don't want to hurt your feelings. So if they hear your songs and they don't like them, you'll probably get a comment like, "Oh, good songs, I just don't know where I could use them right now." But along with being very nice, they're also very busy. So no professional is going to invite you to come and take up their time playing them songs unless they really see some potential in you. But remember, if that happens for you, that just means you're in the game. It takes a lot more than talent to win.